Hey beauties, good afternoon to you, my beautiful people. Wonderful people, you know, I was watching the news and I'm seeing this whole thing with the teachers, importation of teachers and our teachers just leaving our shores. And you know, one man was saying you need to invest in your teachers. Because when I look at the results that took place this past, with this past examination here, my beauty, and I had seen the reality that our students didn't do so well, especially in what they call compulsory subjects, math and English. And there were probably other subjects. And I'm saying that the onus is not so much on the teachers, but on the parents. Because even if it is that you're the parent that you may consider yourself dunce, you may consider yourself illiterate in the sense that you can't really read and write properly, you don't know what it is that they're doing, you don't have to know. You just have to ensure that they do what is required. If you read read the book by, what's the name of that foreign doctor who had the first man to kind of separate the Siamese twins? I don't remember his name right now. And he was one of the supporters of Donald Trump. The black man there, oh Lord. His mother, I was told, was illiterate. But she decided that same illiteracy will not fall on her son. And he didn't know that. So what she did, she had to use wit. The Bible says, be wise as a serpent. And she employed that as a mother. So what she did, she would get him to read every day and say, read this. And when she hears him stumble, she said, read that over again. So he thought that she knew what it was. She didn't know a thing. She never knew it from bullfoot, But he didn't know that, and thank God he didn't know that. Because he probably would have exploited her had he known. And God was good in his infinite wisdom and mercy and wit, He never made him pick that up. By the time he would realize that she was illiterate, the horse had already gone through the gate and won the race. In other words, he became a medical doctor. So him done literate. Him done no dunce. Him done bright. You understand, my beautiful people? And I'm saying that parents, the onus has to be on you. Even if you come from a volatile area. I heard a pastor speaking and was saying that a girl comes from a volatile area, but the girl was determined to do well and has gone past for one of the top high schools. From a rough area, you have to say to yourself, honey, the gunshots, sometimes the light, not whatever, but even the moonlight, a flashlight, matches stick light, something. When you go to school, you probably go a little earlier and just read over what it is that you got the day before. But you have to be determined that your children learn and do well. And do very well. One of the most disheartening things is to see a dunce child, a dunce picnic, because oftentimes if things don't change, you become a dunce adult, and you don't want a dunce adult because the devil finds times for idlers. He will find time for idlers. You can't reason with them. You can't have a healthy conversation. They don't understand. Let me tell you something. I was on a live maybe a day or so ago. And there were people from different backgrounds, ages, and educational attainment. You can hear it. The way how they carry the conversation, the way how they spoke. And I'm not talking about speaking Patois versus English. Is if you're refined and how you put logic together. How you reason, your reasoning ability, using the laws of induction, the laws of deduction. And when I listened to some of the panelists, I said, my God, it is a terrible thing. It is like saying, it's like poverty. When you're poor in terms of your mental ability, when you're indigent in terms of your critical thinking skills, when you're impoverished in terms of your emotional intelligence, it really is poor. It's a crime to be poor. Not just financially, but educationally, emotionally. And I said to myself, wow, because it puzzled some of us, but after a while it didn't really puzzle me, because I said I can see why there is no reasoning ability, there is no comprehension skills, and I can understand the reason for the dogmatic way. Can't read because the brain is only can go. I'm sorry, not the understanding and the wisdom and the knowledge only stops here, when it should be probably here. I can't expect it to operate here when it only is here. It's like asking bronze to become gold or silver to become gold. They cannot become gold, even if you put the two together. Probably bronze, maybe a little bit of combination of gold, similarly silver. But the two of them, even together or separated, cannot be gold. The good cannot be better, the better cannot be best. And you're doing your child injustice when you don't let them get a good education. So even if you say you dunce like bat, dunce like rat, no dunce in, I mean, if bat dunce, even if you're very dunce, illiterate, you know, you must have a little bit of emotional intelligence to say, you know what, me not gonna make the same thing reach my pickney. Me not gonna make it reach my pickney. Me not understand, but me gonna make them sit down and pray them. Me not have to make them know, because they don't have to. You put that before God and say, God, they might know something that I'm not that educated, but don't let them know to what extent. Let them feel, or let them just think that because of how me talk and go on. But let me find an ingenious way for my child to study, to retain what he or she studies, and to do well in school. Please. I'm tired of when you're talking to many people, it's like, you wonder if you're talking to the wall. And let me tell you, it has not, you may say it is, you know, sometimes it's how you communicate things. I do understand that sometimes we may communicate a little bit above their heads and it may seem aloof and whatnot. We do understand that, but sometimes it is very clear as day. Just as how the Bible says, do not steal. There's no other way to put it. I don't, even somebody who is not that emotionally intelligent can understand when it says do not steal. Hopefully. You know, it is clear. It's a sad reality, though. It is a sad, sad reality, my wonderful people. And I pray that they invest in the teachers. Cause your local teachers to stay back, because sometimes when you get the foreign teachers, you know, you have to also factor in the language barrier, the accent barrier. It happened to me, and it has happened to many people, and they end up failing unnecessarily. You know, and it becomes like a flagrant disregard to the students and to the teachers. Please, government officials, invest. I mean, just don't be so comfortable in I don't know if I should say greed or power and money, that you just watch your country suffer. It doesn't speak well of you. I'm saying, when you come to the end of your lives, you're not, and you look back over your life, you're not going to feel good if you were an ineffective leader. You're not going to feel good if you realize that you're an inefficient leader. When I saw that picture of Mia Motley, and she was at the front because they put you in order of importance and what you have done for your country, and she at the front, and he saw her laughing with two, you know, gentlemen on her either side. Not laughing as in mockery, laughing. Happy, joyous, because she knows that if once she steps down eventually as Prime Minister, her name will go down in history as one of the best leaders in the world, not just the Caribbean. The people, the leaders of the world are in awe by her when she speaks. When she's speaking, you say, what the president name there, the current one? Name slipped me, but you know who I'm talking about, who is stepping down to give, what's her name there? A run. Right? In awe when Mia Motley speaks. In awe. Beautiful, fantastic leader. Another one is Mohammed something, another Ali, like it starts with A. Arif, or whatever it is. Quite a number of them we can think of. I'm talking about our Caribbean brothers and sisters. Locally, we can't even say that about our country, because you have not invested in the people properly. You have not. Look at I will not stop talking about the civil servants. They cannot get monies owed to them in different ways with the passenger mileage that was increased from, and it should have been implemented from April 2022 to March 2023. Can't get that back. So passenger mileage should be reinstated, retro on pay, overtime, so many different things. Cannot seem to get that with the Ministry of Finance. We need to do better, man, by the people of Jamaica government officials. Guys, you know what to do. Read TikTok and YouTube.